What's up everybody, welcome back to another Cooking with Felix. This time we're going to be making a dessert. I'm not too sure on what it's called. I think it's kind of like a roll cake. I saw it on YouTube and got inspired and wanted to try it out. So here are the ingredients. It's actually a lot of things. So we've got some sugar, orange juice, got some flour, milk, butter, tapioca flour because I couldn't find any cornstarch anywhere. Got some vanilla extract and some coconut. So there's a lot of steps, but we're gonna see how it turns out. We're gonna follow it hopefully step by step, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so the first step is we're going to be using shredded coconut, and we are going to place it all around. We're going to fill this entire tray, and that's going to be the outer layer. And I'm going to break them up a little bit just because we don't want big pieces of coconut. And got to fill this whole thing with coconut. And then after we do that, we are going to start working on the mixture. So it's about, I believe, 2 layers. So first layer is going to be the trying to think about what it was. It was the milk layer, milk with all-purpose flour and sugar, and then the second layer, which is going to be the orange juice. That's where the orange juice comes in. That's where the tapioca flour comes in, and it's going to be kind of like a gel-like layer. That way, towards the end, we are going to kind of roll it. So, and I believe it says it doesn't take around an hour, which is nice because cheesecakes that I've done, or at least the desserts I've done so far, take longer than an hour, at least in terms of waiting for everything to cool down, waiting for it to solidify. So yeah. Let me get this all. And this will be actually the first time actually of using tapioca flour, because I know I looked online and tapioca flour is another substitute, or is one of the substitutes for cornstarch if you don't have any. And it's also apparently a substitute for gelatin. So this gelatin isn't vegan friendly, or isn't a vegetarian or a vegan, I think so, because it does have animal products for gelatin. So just a little fun fact for you guys. And yeah, also all the ingredients except tapioca flour are Trader Joe's products, so this will be the first time I don't really use any Trader Joe's, or at least one product that isn't Trader Joe's. I know all of them are, or at least all the videos that I've done, the cooking videos. I'm not sponsored by Trader Joe's, but it's just because I work there and it's convenient to just shop for the things that I work at, for the store that I work at. Anyway, we're gonna add a little bit more coconut because it's taken a little while, just because I want to make sure the pieces aren't giant, because like if you see like this is pretty long. So that's why I'm breaking some of them up. And it looks like I actually might use the whole bag, or actually pretty close to it. Want to make sure it is completely covered with coconut. A little bit more, and then we should be good. And I believe this recipe will be the what's it? It's a different. It will be like a little bit out of my comfort zone, because I've been only doing cheesecakes, so now I want to do kind of like different types of cake, I guess. So this will be fun to try, and I'm hoping it turns out well, just like in the video. I know all the recipes I follow, they don't really look exactly like it. And there we go. So now we're going to refrigerate this, and then we're going to start on our mixture. Alrighty, we're back. So now we're not going to heat this up. What I've done is I've added 4 cups of milk just to save time, and I've added 120 grams of sugar, and then we've got 150 grams of all-purpose flour. And we're not going to put it in the heat just yet because we're going to mix this all together, and we want it to be mixed completely because we are going to strain it afterwards. So right now it's just a mixing, making sure there are no lumps, making sure the flour settles in with the milk, and also just stirring it so that the sugar doesn't go all the way in the bottom or stick on the bottom. And I've already spilled. That was a fail. I don't know how that happened. Don't spill, don't stir it aggressively like I just did. Yeah, right now we're just mixing it. Don't want it clumped because it looks like they are getting clumped right now. And we're just gonna mix until they dissolve, and then we will get back to the next thing. Save you guys some time. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try to strain this, and we are going to put it back in. Go. Scoop out, and then we're going to make sure the flour gets submerged in there. I'm going to show it better on the camera. Mix it, let it go in, let the flour dissolve. Mix, don't spill like I just did again. A little bit more milk in there, slowly dissolving. Almost there. Just a little bit left, just a couple pieces. And it should be good. There we go. Awesome. Now we're going to pour it back in here. Okay. And then gotta clean up this spill I just made. Then we're going to heat it up. So I'm going to put some fire. And we're going to add 60 grams of butter. That one. We're going to let that melt. And a little bit more. Very messy in the kitchen, as you can tell. And we're just gonna let it dissolve, and then we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so now we've finally got it cooking, and it's thickened a little bit, which is exactly what we want. See the thickness? We want that. So I just turned off the heat because I don't want it to boil, and now we're just getting the right consistency. So I'm going to stir it a little bit, and then we're going to pour this onto the coconut, on top of the coconut, and then we're going to start working on the orange juice layer. So give it a minute, another stir, and then we're going to transfer this, and yeah, I'll show you that in just a few minutes, or in a minute. So yeah. Alright, so we just got it mixed, and now we're going to pour this on top of the coconut. So make sure you have protective gear to carry this. I'm going to let it wow, that is a lot. Let me just scoop that out. This is unfortunately the biggest tray that I have, so hopefully the orange doesn't overflow. So let's see. Get this extra. Don't want to waste. Okay, put this down, and we are going to smooth this out a little bit. And it smells amazing right now, like just this alone. Alrighty, perfect. So this is what it looks like. Pretty nice. So now we're going to put this and let it sit in the refrigerator, and we're going to make the orange layer now. Alrighty, so we are back. 30 minutes are up. Now we're going to start cooking the orange juice layer. So let me show you. We've got orange juice about 2.5 cups. We've got 50 grams of sugar. I ran out of cane sugar, so I used coconut sugar. I hope it doesn't drastically change it. I mean, it is kind of coconut. It is a coconut kind of dessert, so yeah. Then I used flour. Used about 40 grams of all-purpose flour, and using 30 grams of the tapioca flour. So now I'm just mixing it on low heat, and then we are going to place that once it's kind of thickened up a little bit. Then we're going to put it on top of the what am I blanking out? The milk layer. So low heat, very minimal heat is required. And had to clean the pot. Funny story, the sugar for the milk, it cooked on the bottom, and I didn't stir it properly, so had a lot of cleaning up to do. And then finally I could use this pot again, but there's like a bunch of scratch marks, so that's big mistake. If you cooking with sugar, make sure you get the bottom, making sure it's actually cooked and it's not sticking on the bottom, otherwise you're gonna have a big mess and a lot of cleaning up to do, which I had to do. So now we're just gonna wait, and I'll show you the next step. Alrighty, so now we finally got this orange layer to be thickened, as you can see. So now we are going to pour it on top of the milk layer, and we're going to let it sit for an hour, and then it should be good. So let me adjust the camera a little bit so you can see. There we go. As always, kitchen gloves. Don't burn yourself. Ooh, almost dropped this on there. Okay. Let's get this off. Okay. Now we're going to spread this all around. Make sure that orange layer is on top because it is crucial. And honestly, I think this is going to be like a pretty thick cake because from the video, the tray was a lot bigger than this. So I feel like the cake, or the roll cake, or not really sure what it's called, but it's going to be bigger than what it compared to the video. But I'm sure it should be fine. I don't know what this is. We'll definitely take this little piece out. I think that's the flour, so we don't want people getting that. I certainly don't want that. Alrighty. Now that we've done that, we're going to put a timer for 1 hour. And we're going to let this cool down, and then we will show you the result, and then we'll do a taste test on it. Alright, so it's been an hour, or at least I think more than an hour, and it's finally cooled down a little bit. Now we're going to cut it. So let's do that. Cut all around it so that it could easily roll up, because that's what we got to do after we cut this. Okay, now I'm gonna cut, I want to say, do that, or actually we'll cut the middle first. We'll try to cut the middle. And for the stickiness of this, which is a good sign, it's a good sign that it's kind of sticky, because then it's easy to roll up. So I'm not too worried about that. I am a little worried on taste just because brown sugar was used instead of cane sugar, because I ran out of cane sugar. So I'm hoping the taste is still there. Now, need to cut. We'll cut that. Making sure it is cut evenly. And it looks like it's been cut evenly. I cut it into 10 pieces. And now we're just going to have to grab one and roll it somehow. I think I made it too thick, which might be hard to roll. We'll give it a try though. Start with this piece right here. Coming out nicely. Now rolling it, I don't know how I'm gonna. Well, it kind of broke off. At least the milk piece broke off. Let me see. I'll get a little plate to showcase it. So, this is what it looks like. Let me see if you can get a better view of this. That's what it looks like. It's definitely pretty thick. It's supposed to be a little smaller than that, but let's taste it right now. I'm gonna get a spoon or a fork and let's taste it. Let me grab a fork, spoon, I mean. We're gonna taste it right now. So, that's what it looks like. It's kind of held, it's own, which is nice, fluffy. So let's try. I actually like this one. At first I was like a little hesitant. The reason why it took me a second was because when I bit into it, instantly taste the orange juice. But now I'm getting like a little bit of the taste of the milk and the coconut. It's actually really nice pairing. I'm happy with it. It's first time using any kind of I guess cornstarch into a recipe, or at least a substitute. This dessert's pretty nice. It's like if you don't really want to make a cheesecake, and it's like, because cheesecake is pretty heavy, whereas this I could totally see myself eating. Like I can eat another slice, but I'm not so much of an orange juice fan. But I mean, it's still pretty good. I guess might try doing a different kind of juice, maybe a mango juice. I feel like mango would be pretty good for this one. But I like it. I really like it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.